Rashid was a poor but hard-working farmer. His land was small, his crops were weak, and the burden of poverty increased every day. But his biggest problem, his anxiety and frustration. He constantly compared himself to others, wondering, "Why am I left behind?" He worked day and night, yet whenever he saw his neighbor Nasir buying new land, or his friend Cameron getting a new cow, jealousy burned inside him. He got so lost in his thoughts, he couldn't even focus on his own progress. One day, desperate for answers, he decided to visit the wise elder of the village, Sheikh Ibrahim. "Sheikh, I work hard day and night, but I feel like the world is moving ahead of me. I can't control my thoughts. My mind always focuses on other people's lives. What should I do?" Ibrahim smiled and said, "My son, come to the river tomorrow morning. I will teach you a lesson." The next morning, Rashid arrived at the riverbank. Ibrahim handed him a bowl filled with water and said, "Hold this bowl and walk across the river using those stepping stones, but make sure not a single drop spills." Rashid carefully took the bowl and started walking. His entire focus was on the water, not letting a single drop spill. Step by step, he reached the other side successfully. A sense of pride filled his heart. But just as he relaxed, Ibrahim smiled again and said, "Now walk back, but this time look around and observe the scenery." Rashid was confused. What kind of test is this? But he followed the instructions this time as he walked. He glanced at the flowing river, the birds, the people around him, and suddenly his hands started trembling. Some water spilled from the bowl. Then more. By the time he reached back, half the water was gone. "What happened?" Rashid asked in disappointment. Ibrahim smiled gently and said, "This is life, Rashid. When you focus only on your goal, you succeed. But when you start looking at others, feeling jealous or getting distracted by unnecessary things, you lose your energy and your destination slips away." These words struck Rashid's heart like an arrow. Rashid returned to his farm, a changed man. Now he didn't feel jealous when he saw Nasir or Carmen's success. Instead, he focused only on his own hard work rather than comparing himself to others. He improved his own skills. A few months later, his crops flourished better than ever. He bought a new piece of land and became one of the best farmers in the village. When people asked him the secret of his success, he simply smiled and said, "Just like the bowl of water. I kept my focus on my destination, not on others." One of the biggest problems in life is that we get so busy watching others that we forget our own path. Those who focus on their goals are the ones who succeed, Allah says in the Quran, and that there is not for man except that good for which he strives. If you waste your energy watching others, you will never achieve your own success.